Thanks for tuning in to Indian Trace. In response to comments, I'll often make a display video to show a little bit of Eastern North Carolina. The comments have broadened my understanding about things. For example, none of these pieces here in this quartz you're looking at are under 2 inches. They're all over 2 inches, many much bigger. And this is the biggest I've found in all of the big stellar quartz tips that I've found. Some with the most incredible and refined work, like this one, and then others that have characteristics of their own. But many have said, they don't find quartz, let alone find big quartz or blades. I mean, just look at this. So I was just suggested that I highlight some of this quartz work. The white flint, really, here in Eastern North Carolina. This is one of the first pieces I ever found out at Saponi. Just look at that thing. It's crazy, isn't it? But, they produce it around here. But I'm more stirred up now because I know it's so rare. So anyway, we're going to take a look at some of this stuff here and go right around. I think I'll just go clockwise. And this piece right here was found over in Site 1 at Highlands. Just a Marl Mountain piece, big, it's about 2 1/4 or what have you. Just some great looking stuff. And another one that's very similar, found at Notchville. Taking my time with this so some of the guys out there who just don't find quartz in anything can get a close-up of this stuff. Working on my camera work, and then they even go with serrated pieces around here for sure. And this is large quartz stuff. I mean, this is big points. And material resilient and hard. Just great looking stuff. So, I had taken it for granted because, as I mentioned some people in comments, it's all I've known here in Eastern North Carolina is lots of quartz. Lots of smaller pieces. Now, I find a whole lot more rhyolite, but I'm more thankful than ever for the quartz I find now. I mean, just look at the crafts and the workmanship. And some of you who nap out there know how hard it is to achieve what you all are seeing in quartz. So that just led me to say, hey, I can give them a close-up. And across the country where they don't find this white flint, I can show them that it exists, that there's some awesome resilience in these North American Indians to make pieces like this. Just prized pieces now. When I found them and started my collection, I didn't even consider them that. But now when I hear comments about how hard it is to work and how rare it is, that's just the deal. Look at this piece. This is a great piece right here. I like this. From the plateau. They're all extremely strong, durable points. Just can't beat that stuff. Large. As for translucent, I mean, that's just a given with this kind of material. I don't know if I can get a good look at this thing. Or how well my focus is working. Just great stuff. So for those of you who love quartz, let alone large quartz, some people really love large points, but these are big and worth a good look. And look at the workmanship on this too. Those of you who nap and have tried quartz, I don't know from experience how hard it is, but I've heard from you guys. And So it was worth just showing you what they do here and what we're able to do with the quartz. Putting the serrations on it. Piece from the Cascades right here. Nice piece. Super hard. Even when I first found it, I just didn't even imagine how hard it was. I mean, I didn't know. I just figured, okay, you know, they make it out of quartz, and that's around here. Look at this point. Fabulous. Found that at Crystal Beach. What did I miss? The final point, well, actually, there's three over here. Look at this thing. Large. One of the best points I found at the Hawk. Long. Look at the relief on there so they could haft it in. And so for all that I don't have here and can't find in terms of flints and things like that, I try to stir myself up that there's quite a bit of really great stuff that I can find here. No doubt, right? I mean, look at this. The qualities and characteristics of this, I mean, are just crazy. Strong, fierce points, I guess you'd call them. Look at this thing, will you? Do the job, that's for sure. Alright, the last one I want to show you is this one. The base is not broken at all. They worked it right off there and it's relieved. I remember I was so tired this day I couldn't even film it at the Falcon. This is a thing of beauty right here, what they do with quartz. It is a peach colored quartz. Look at that relief. Just a great piece. Anyway, just want to finish up with that. That's about one of my favorites. It's work right off the base, nothing broken. Relieved there so they could haft it in. Great piece. All in all, I'm telling you what, some great, stellar quartz work from eastern North Carolina. Of course, it's been slow and cold and struck out a couple times, so I figured I'd produce a couple videos and show people some of the sweet stuff. Appreciate you tuning in to Indian Trace, and if you go out there, I really hope you find here in eastern North Carolina, at least as far as I've been able to huff it out there, this is as big and as good as you're going to get with quartz. Fantastic stuff, though. When you go out there, all I can say is I hope you find just a great look at this stuff.